It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer which is made of seaweed, a seaweed red ale called Danger Point. Let's take a look at it. Unfiltered and bottle conditioned. There we go, we've got a black bottle cap on this one, and it's won a Great Taste Award 2022 and a Taste of the West Gold Medal 2022. So 4.2% ABV, dark brown bottle, black bottle cap, 500 millilitres. The label's really nice. It's, I mean with this with all due respects, sometimes beer labels can be a bit like, you can tell that they're not of the greatest quality, especially on bottles. They're kind of just slapped on but this feels really nice. This is a really well made kind of sticker on this label. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get, and we'll work out who brews it, because funnily enough, I've reviewed this beer before in a can, and it was produced by Moore Beer Company. But the company who the company who made this felt that it would be better suited in a bottle. We'll leave a little bit of that sediment in the bottom of the bottle. We'll do a bit of a review and then we'll add the sediment later on. I do like the sediment in beer. You can see here we've got a 1 to 2 finger white, well, slightly off-white head. You can see there is a little bit of sediment there floating around in the glass. It's red, a lovely red colour, but nice and kind of unfiltered and hazy. So the seaweed, it's a funny thing. Usually with seaweed, you're adding it to the beer to clear up the beer. But as you can see, this is an unfiltered version of the beer, or I think it's probably a way of kind of using seaweed in a different manner, in a different way. Now, seaweed has lots of properties in it, lots of kind of healthy properties that are way above my head. So I'm just going to say, hey, this could very well be a nice healthy beer for me today. Let's get the aroma. Oh, just that super. That beautiful red malt I love in beer. It's the element of adding hops to red malt that I love. I love that aspect of sticking your nose in the beer, picking up some of that sweetness, picking up some of that licorice, and picking up, you could almost smell the bitterness in the beer with that kind of stinging nettle, citrus aroma. Oh, you know this is going to be a pretty tidy brew. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, stone the crows. Stone the crows. This beer, and I'll start off by saying this, you can probably guess it already. This beer suits my palate completely. It's just really damn good. It's just really damn good. I love red malt in beer. I've always loved darker beers anyway, but red malt, specifically, I suppose, kind of your Vienna lagers. Now for me, that is the creme de la creme of beer, is a beautiful red Vienna lager. Just beautiful. But red malts in general offer me, it's like an explosion in my brain. I love the little kind of hints of licorice, the hints of plum and fig and prune, sweetness and bitterness. A little bit of carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's got a bit of a creamy, rich mouthfeel for that 4.2% ABV. It's got this almost kind of like licoricey, longing bitterness that just rolls and rolls and rolls on the palate. I can almost feel it just running down my neck here, that kind of longing bitterness that just stays with you. I'm going to add the bottle condition element of this beer. I firmly believe this is a bottle conditioned beer. We'll see the sediment now. There you go. I could tell that this was quite a, I mean, this particular beer might have been the last or one of the last runs from the fermenter. This might have been one of the last ones because you can see the amount of sediment in here. Don't be scared by that sediment. Please, don't be scared by the sediment whatsoever. We drink with our mouth. We don't drink with our eyes. I've always loved sediment in beer. I've always loved lots of sediment in beer because I feel that it adds an extra dimension to the beer. It adds a little bit more mouthfeel. It knocks out a little bit of the carbonation. So that carbonation will be knocked out a little bit now from my previous taste of the beer. And it just adds some flavours, extra flavours in the beer that you wouldn't get if you didn't add the yeast. Let's do it all again then very quickly. Let's change the beer. It's changed the beer. I'd say it's a little bit more sweet now, and it's a little bit scaled back with that licorice. Let's get a taste. Look at that sediment down there. Yeah. For me, knocked a little bit of that carbonation out. Little less of the licorice, more fruit, more a slightly estery, fruity taste coming through now. It's a brilliant beer. It's a brilliant beer. It's not Mull Beer Company that produced this. It was always a contract brewer anyway. Oh, there we go. So it's contract brewed by Cottage Beer Project Limited, and they're based in Devon. Ebb Tide's beer made to our own exacting recipe and brewed in the darkest depths of Devon. I love it. I love it. I really do. It's a beautiful beer. Poured at 12 degrees. Pour gently. Leave the sediment in the bottle if you want. I've already kind of explained all of that. For me, I'm always going to add the sediment in the beer. I like it. Personal thing. It's a brilliant beer. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.